What is the worst notification you have received whilst someone else has had your phone? My Sil was staying with me for a week, which I wasn't stoked about. My sister knew about it and messaged me, "How are you dealing with Sil's name? Do you need to pretend to have a nap again lol?" Unfortunately my Sil was borrowing my tablet at the time and saw the notification pop up. She hasn't stayed with us since. Many years ago my Sil made a Facebook post about that moment when you can't even stand a person anymore. It was very vague, but she had not left the house all day and it was mostly just me and her. Pretty sure the post was about me. I never did ask her about it, but if I remember correctly I did give it a like. I see that as an absolute win, an awkward one though. I was the one doing the sending. I moved to Japan a couple of years ago and early one morning I was at a market and saw a tanuki statue that had the full cock and balls on display. I took a picture of it and thought it would be funny to send my brother a message reading, "Unsolicited dick pic." Then send a pic of the tanuki statue. Little did I know, halfway around the world, my brother was doing some late evening car shopping. He had recently been in an accident that had totaled his car and was in the market for a new one. He had handed the car salesman his phone so he could show the guy the pics of the damage to his car, and the guy was looking through them when the words, "Unsolicited dick pic," popped up on the screen. My brother said the guy nearly dropped the phone trying to shove it back in his hands. My friend made this fake account on Twitter and followed me exactly at the time my teacher had taken my phone away. The notification read at analphista6969 has followed you. Not my notification, but I sent to my best girlfriend, "You're right, future husband's dad is weird. And a little racist." And her future husband saw the text. Luckily he laughed and agreed with me. But I was so embarrassed that he saw it. A couple of years ago met a guy from Tinder in a pub for our first date. Things were going well, we were having a laugh and flirting. After about an hour I took out my phone to show him a funny meme and up popped a notification from my new period tracking app saying, "Today's the day. You're ovulating." I swiped it real quick and I don't think he got a good look at it, but I was still worried he'd think I was some child-obsessed weirdo who timed my dates so random Tinder guys could impregnate me. I turned off ovulation notifications after that. Edit, and I was the sender once when I text my friend who was planning to break up with her BF, "Hope you're okay, how did Gary take the breakup?" When Gary was using her phone and hadn't yet been broken up with. Sorry Gary. This actually happened recently. I gave my dad my phone to call my mom because his phone was dead, and my GF sent me a text that said something along the lines of, "Hey, do you wanna have some fun at my house tonight?" My dad lost it. Edit, just to clarify, he lost it by laughing, he didn't ground me or anything. New job alert from ZipRecruiter while at work. I got a call to set up a job interview while I was in a car with my manager who had applied for the same job. Awkward. I got the job though. My mum was looking up stuff on my prescription app on my phone when a message came in from a group chat I'm on, a group chat named Pornographic Material. I turned Instagram notifications off after that. Edit, no, the chat was not full of porn, it was memes with some of my edgier friends. Other way around, I was holding ex-husband's phone while he was driving me and the kids to the airport. Text comes in from a work colleague, asking if we'd left yet. It was then that I realized the marriage was over. Not my phone, but a Hangouts notification that popped up on the screen while my new boss was standing behind me to train me on a new program. The message from my husband asked, "How's the pooper?" I was so focused on the task that she saw and read it before I did and collapsed to the floor in hysterical laughter. I read it and immediately lost it too. In tears from laughing we were frantically talking over each other, her trying to apologize for the unprofessional reaction, and me trying to explain that Pooper was our dog's nickname because he was getting over a bout of diarrhea. The rest of the office was so confused. This post shows us that phones just need a simple side button to temporarily turn off all notifications. Edit, FYI, I appreciate that you are you and that your comment is unique and meaningful, but just so you know, 40 people have already responded with the suggestion of using airplane mode, do not disturb, or OnePlus. My friend sent a poop pic while my then girlfriend was checking the weather for us one morning. Not exactly a bad message, but I lent my jacket to my crush and it had my phone in its pocket. Someone sent me a message, so she got it out to give to me, but unfortunately she had sent me a message before that and saw that her name was marked with a heart. Awkward night after that. A friend of mine sent me a message for the first time in 4 months that was just "Ellie," right as my GF held the phone. Story apps can give really interesting ones. My favorite that popped up while my boyfriend was holding my phone was something like, "Mike misses you. Come back and play." Or something like that. Of course all he did was pull the drop-down menu down to see the full notification and laugh. He teased me about it for hours. I had that happen a long time ago. I used to be really into return games, dating sims, and the notifications for those were always a hoot. I was showing my friend a YouTube video one day when a notification for a Valentine's Day event popped up, asking if I was ready to spend a steamy romantic night with insert name of pretty anime boy, heart. I deleted the app shortly after, but my friend still asks how my anime boyfriends are doing. Not really my phone, but I had text notifications on my computer, was working with a vendor and sharing my screen. Misa picked that time to send me a text that said, "That was the most amazing sex we've ever had last night." I silenced the notification as fast as I could, but the vendor went quiet for half a minute and then said, "Good job," so got out of that awkward zone pretty well. I never shared my screen with notifications active ever again. Border Patrol had my phone and my buddy sent me a text in which he jokingly said something like, "What makes you think they'll let you in this time?" or something like that. My friends on Discord had the name, Child Predator, as joke. My parents saw that and yelled at me. I've had the reverse of this situation happen to me. I was using my flatmate's desktop Mac, and as iOS users will know, any notification you get on your iPhone will appear on screen on all of your other Apple devices. I was on the computer in his bedroom while he was in the kitchen grabbing a snack, and he received a phone call from an unknown number. I saw this notification on his computer, which gave me the option to answer the call for him. I thought it would be funny if I took the call before he could answer it on his phone, meaning he would have to run through to his bedroom where I would be silently laughing myself to an early grave. I clicked to answer, expecting it to be some kind of cold call. The voice on the other end, amplified by my flatmate's gratuitous Sonos speaker setup, said, "Hello, this is the police." My soul left my body. I absolutely cannonballed out of his room, making the most apologetic eye contact I have ever made with a human being. Turns out he had been caught red-handed in a traffic incident on his way back from an interview, and they got his contact details from the dash cam footage of his registration plate. They were calling him in for some questioning. It was a wonderfully devious experience which I was absolutely not prepared for, and we have never spoken of it since. Not really bad, just awkward. I was passing my phone around work to let people put in their DoorDash order. It got to my boss right when my medication reminder app went off, to take my Prozac. Yes, the notification said Prozac. She just handed the phone back and didn't say anything. Thanks boss. More of a shitty contact name but 2 stories. One of my high school buddies put himself as Jewboy in my phone. Made my Jewish roommate super uncomfortable understandably. The other is that I have a friend named Richard. This quickly became Dick Penis Willie Seaman Scrotum in my phone. Boy does my mom regret using my phone to take a picture. I was texting with a platonic friend of mine to meet up, and when she sent me a bossy text, I responded with a sarcastic, "Sure my honey, we'll do that." Love ya. She didn't read that message. Her parents did. My fiancé calls me by an affectionate nickname, happens to be in reference to my body. sent me a text with that while a fellow medical student was using my phone to look up treatment options for a patient while we were rounding in the hospital. He just handed the phone back quickly and said, "I think you got a text," but the poor guy was blushing.